Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me here today. In today's video, we're going to be covering 4 Halo news stories. So if you guys enjoy news videos for Halo, make sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss an upload. Alright, starting off on our first story, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary has started flighting on PC and the Windows Store. We have a brief update over at HaloWaypoint.com. I will put a link in the description in case you guys are interested in following this chat thread. Now, that being said, the information reads as follows. Invitations went out on February 13th to approximately 100,000 registered Halo insiders. As of this morning, our data shows that a lot of folks haven't opened those emails or installed the build yet, so please check your inbox, spam folders, etc., and make sure that you didn't miss it in the mail. On the flip side, please keep in mind that we can't include everyone in the program in every flight, so despite this being a large audience, it's still only a fraction of the overall Halo Insider group. If you didn't get selected this time, please hang in there. We've got plenty more on the horizon, and as a side note, the team specifically did work to prioritize folks who haven't been included or had a chance yet to participate in prior flights, along with carrying over players who have a history of active engagement. The flight is only on PC, both Steam and Microsoft Store, and includes a few updates to Halo Reach, but the bigger source of the excitement is around the chance to get your hands on with Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. Here's a quick breakdown of what's included in the current flight. With Halo Reach, when it comes to the updates and new features, they have the message of the day added, a data center pings are now visible, push-to-talk and voice chat and push-to-talk key bindings, new crouch while moving behavior for mouse and keyboard players. Now with Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, it includes support for several missions of single-player and co-op campaign, multiplayer matchmaking and custom games, and a new customized 3D model viewer for Combat Evolved. They're excited to get Halo Combat Evolved and Reach updates into the hands of the insiders to gather more feedback as data teams work towards the next game update and release. As a reminder, if you're participating in this flight, please remember to file bug issues and tickets at insider versions of the Halo support site. They've separated this out into keeping tickets for MCC retail and the flighting builds separate. Now, I was invited to participate in the Halo Combat Evolved PC flight. However, my laptop is not meant for gaming. I essentially only use it to watch YouTube and to edit videos to put up here on my channel. So my opinion on this really isn't a good one. I will give you guys, however, a link in the description to a fellow Halo YouTuber that I follow, and their channel is great. They have great coverage for this, so be sure to go ahead and check that out. The link is going to be in the description. Now, moving on to the next news article that we have. This is from GameSpot, and I will put the link in the description for all of the articles I'm about to cover. The headline reads, Halo Infinite 343 dev downplays the grappling hook leak. Last week, Halo Infinite developer 343 Industries released a recruitment video that eagle-eyed fans pored over for clues regarding the anticipated sequel, which releases later this year. That is, at least until some fans cross-referenced the footage with a screenshot of Halo Infinite that leaked almost a month ago. The screenshot in question was noticeable because of a single UI icon that it featured, suggesting that Master Chief would have a grappling hook to navigate the new open world that Halo Infinite is introducing. Fans speculated on Reset Era that the UI in 343's new recruitment video matched that of a leak, lending it credibility. 343 Industries franchise development director Frank O'Connor was following the speculation, even going so far as to cheekily link to a now infamous Halo 4 leak when responding to a question over why Halo leaks have always been so terrible in quality. Addressing the speculation directly, however, O'Connor replied on Twitter saying that 343 combs through the footage that they put out and that no gameplay footage in the recruitment video is of any importance. Most of this speculation is down to 343 Industries having kept very tight-lipped about the gameplay aspects of Halo Infinite, which is either expected to change the standard Halo formula. Only a short in-game cinematic was shown at E3 2019, leaving many unanswered questions ahead of Infinite's 2020 launch date on both Xbox One and the Series X. Now, Frank O'Connor's tweets followed up by saying, "You know we scrubbed these for accidental leaks, right? Thanks for nothing, 4K. Graybox/Forge thing that you're looking at doesn't show anything meaningful and isn't even necessarily from Infinite. Sometimes they're just test environments or cutouts of Halo 5 prototyping work." He then followed it up with a second tweet that said, and sometimes just stuff from dev that we decided doesn't constitute anything meaningful or meaningful intended to ship. Now, this last tweet isn't really even a coherent sentence, but from what I'm understanding is what it was ever in that video is either not important enough to take out or to hide. So very well, quite possibly, may not be anything, but at the same time, he's not really outright denying that a grappling hook did or did not exist at one point for Halo Infinite. Moving on to our next article, and again, I will put the link in the description. Halo Infinite's new engine lays groundwork for the future of Halo. For Halo Infinite, the team at 343 Industries built more than a game. They also developed a brand new game engine, Slipspace. Now, the studio has spoken a bit more about what the game engine allows the team to do, and it sounds like a lot. Halo franchise director Frank O'Connor said in a video that the Slipspace engine was designed for next-generation game development and also to be easier to work with. We had to create an engine that was more powerful for next-generation development, but also more nimble, so the creatives and engineers are able to work more easily and iterate faster, he said. This technical groundwork is vital to build a platform for the future of Halo. Engineering director David Berger also said that the video that the Slipspace engine allows the team at 343 to do were things that were not possible with the previous game-making tools. You have to make tools that allow you to make new features that allow you to make features that weren't thought about before. You've got to give the content creators room to iterate outside of that, he said. Multiplayer director Tom French, meanwhile, said that one of the benefits from the Slipspace engine that allows the team to try new things more quickly than before. Designers are more empowered themselves to actually tackle a problem and prototype something quicker and faster than we've ever done before, he said. Interestingly, eagle-eyed fans spotted a reference to a grappling hook in this new behind-the-scenes video. However, O'Connor downplayed the significance of this, saying it's not necessarily a feature that will be in Halo Infinite, and that's what we just covered. And another intriguing piece of news, 343 community manager Brian Jared recently teased that he was in the office on Sunday for a playtest. He's presumably referencing Halo Infinite, and if the team is working on the weekend, the studio might be gearing up for some kind of announcement soon. Halo Infinite is going to launch later in this year, and beta tests beforehand, so it is high time for Microsoft to finally show and talk more about it. Now, this is something that I've talked about in previous videos, but if 343 Industries is going to be flighting or having beta testing for Halo Infinite, then they're going to have to start it within the next few couple of months, especially if they're looking for feedback that they're actually going to be able to implement meaningful change into the game, then it's got to start soon. You're going to assume that the game is going to launch in November with the new Xbox, and November is not really that far away. It is, but in the same time, it isn't, and time's going to go really fast. And if you look at the development previously for Halo 5, they tested Halo 5 with a beta for 3 weeks in January of 2015, and then the game launched in October, and they were able to apply the changes and feedback that the community gave them while doing the beta test, and when the game came out, it was different than what the beta was. Now, you would assume that unless they're just going to be doing network stress tests and making sure that the matchmaking works properly, that they could probably get away with testing, beta testing, and flight testing this game a couple of weeks before launch. But personally, I would assume that just to make sure that they don't run into any unforeseen circumstances when it comes to launching on PC, when it comes to launching on Xbox One and the Series X, they would test it as early as possible. Now, they're obviously not going to test this or show anything when it comes to flighting or betas before they have an official Halo Infinite gameplay reveal. And there's a couple different times that I feel that they could do this. The big one is, of course, at E3. They've already gone out and said that, hey, we're going to be at E3. And you would assume that they would either open or close their press conference with showing it. Honestly, I hope when they do that, if they're going to do it at E3, that they open the show with a 10 to 15 minute Halo Infinite presentation. If they're not going to do it there, though, they did, and they have before in the past made and shown Halo announcements at their Inside Xbox events that they broadcast over the internet. So if they're not going to do it at E3, you would assume they would do it there. And those usually happen in March. They have a spring one in March. Last year they had one in February, and that was when they announced that Halo, the MCC, was coming to PC. So it's a couple of different things that I feel that they could do. Honestly, the earlier the better for me. But personally, I would be fine, I guess, with waiting till E3. The next headline that we're moving on to says the Master Chief Collection, even more bans are coming, with a quote saying, "It is unfortunate that many players are continuing to ruin the gameplay experiences for others." 343 did not say exactly who will be banned in this latest round, but it called out 3 offenses: AFK and macros, which will be and will remain a bannable offense; swordlining, which is a bannable offense and it falls under the unsportsmanlike behavior; and firefight suicides once max XP is gained. This is a bannable offense and falls under the category of unsociable and unsportsmanlike conduct. And people that believe that they have been banned wrongly can go to HaloWaypoint.com and submit a support ticket. Now, I have to be honest here. I really feel that Halo the Master Chief Collection's multiplayer, when it comes to the Xbox version, is in a really bad place. When they redesigned the matchmaking, they introduced the credit system, they introduced Halo Reach's customizable armor, they created a few problems. First thing being is they created people that would just go into matchmaking, put their controller down, walk away, or put a rubber band on it so they didn't idle out. It's just so that they could accept and collect the credits to earn the seasonal points to customize their character. The reason for this being is, one, people are lazy, but two, eventually, after playing the game for so many hours, the multiplayer became a really big grind just to progress to the next level to earn the next season point to unlock the next cosmetic. Now, they've increased the amount of XP gains that you get, and I believe that they actually made every single rank to collect a seasonal currency the same amount of XP. Now, I took a break from playing matchmaking, but since I've come back, I've played probably five or 6 hours, and I was actually able to go up about 10 ranks. I was able to go through an entire page in almost no time flat, and I'm super excited about that. But in my time playing, I played roughly around 30 matches, and I'm not even joking that when I say this, that over half, maybe about 20 of them, I had either people on my team not playing, people on my team committing suicide, or people just not even fighting, but running into the enemy to die. Now, this is a huge problem, and I don't know how they're going to solve this. And it creates another problem as well, because when you're on a team of people that aren't playing, or when you're on a team of people that literally aren't even trying, or you're on a team of people that quit or get booted, and you end up being the only player, you have to allow those people to quit out of the matches. I feel like I'm being held hostage by the multiplayer because if you quit too many matches, you get banned. They have to remove the quit penalty, or at least implement a system that can recognize people on Team A or Team B are either idle or have quit. Do the players that are playing this match want to continue the match? If so, then that's fine, but if not, they need to be able to let you leave that match without being penalized to your reputation and to their system that will ban you for leaving matches. Now, this is not the first time that I've brought up the fact that the quitting penalty needs to be removed. And I've had people in my comment sections tell me before that if someone on the opposite team quits, or if people on your team quit, that if you leave, you will not be penalized. And that is just simply not correct. Part of the reason why I took a long of a break from playing the multiplayer as I had was because of people being inactive, and there's no point in continuing the match or even playing the game at this point if people on your team aren't going to participate and you're going to be penalized for leaving. There are plenty of games like Call of Duty, like Destiny, insert X first-person shooter name here, that you can leave matches that you're either not enjoying or that you're having problems with teammates, and you're not penalized for that. Since Halo has introduced this XP credit system, they can come up with a different way of penalizing players for leaving matches or for being inactive than just by simply giving you a temporary or a permanent ban. Remove the amount of XP that people have earned. Start taking things away. Start taking XP away from people that are continuously habitual quitters or people that are inactive from matches. Or what they could just do specifically is remove the quit penalty from the social matchmaking to begin with, and maybe only keep it implemented in the competitive playlist. But don't forget, in order to be part of the conversation and have your voice heard, leave a comment in the section down below. If you guys are new around here, go ahead and check out some of my previous videos. I upload content weekly. If you guys found any informative or entertainment value to this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, as it does help out the channel and the video. And go ahead and make sure to check out all the links in my description for my social networks. All of those are free to follow and join. But until next time, everyone, thank you all for joining me here today, and I'll see all of you in the next video.